Hello everyone, I'm Adi. I'm an intermediate over the board chess player with a provisional rating of 1255 over the board. So this is game 54, climbing to 2200 in rapid games on chess.com. And I've had white in my last previous game and I was able to win some nice game. I do apologize for the microphone. It was a mistake and I do apologize because I pre-recorded the two videos and I didn't even check. I'm genuinely sorry about it. So I'll just go grab a new game. I should be getting black this time around because I've played a lot of white games. So d4, I'm going to be trying d5 again because that brought us some luck. I think knight f6 is absolutely playable. And Colle System. So how do they play against the Colle? c5, dc5, e6, there's b5, no, there's b4, a5, ba4, bishop takes b4. Even after that, I think I just have, I think I can play c5, with dc5, I have queen a5, check, bishop d2, I pick up the pawn on c5, we should be pretty much fine, so I'll play c5 here. Yeah, I always have this idea of picking up this pawn, so I'm not too worried about it. So it says the queen's pawn opening cross variation, so I probably took them out of the book already. I mean, I don't want to play e6, boxing my bishop in, but maybe that was the best move. Okay. So bishop g4. There's ideas of these takes. I think I still have that. So I'll play bishop g4 for sure. Yeah. I'm still just so pained about messing up my bishop. Maybe I should have played knight c6, but yeah, so knight c6 is coming next. So they are taking the idea of queen a5 away from me. So e6 now, h3. If I take queen takes, that doesn't look tantalizing to me. So if I take here now, if queen takes, so dc4, bishop takes c4. I don't like it. I don't. And knight e5, knight takes, e6. If knight go back, I take. I still don't like that. So I don't. Knight e4, knight takes d5, e6. Knight goes back. Knight takes c3, bc3. Yeah, queen a5, bishop d2. Yeah, that doesn't look extremely interesting to me. If knight c6, bishop takes, I take. So knight c6 now. If knight takes, so I think knight c6 is interesting. Knight c6. If they take, I take with the knight. Queen takes, then I take back. So e6 is almost automatic in this position. Yeah, maybe I could have just take bishop take, then I have a6. Yeah, maybe I should have just taken, because they could eventually take on d5 now, and after knight takes d5, there's bishop b5. So do I want to waste the queen b3 now if I'm not careful? So if I take, queen takes, e6, d6, ed6, no, ed5, knight takes d5, knight takes d5, and queen takes d5. And after a6, if dc5, I can't take back because the g7 pawn is not defended. So bishop h5, g4, bishop g6. So bishop h5, g4, bishop g6. And where do I go from there? Then they play bishop d3. If I take bishop d3, I take. My queen takes dc4, queen takes c4. Yeah, so obviously I can't hang my bishop. If bishop f4 now, g4, bishop g6, still. Yeah, I just don't like my position. I just don't like my position. Maybe I could have taken on c4. So what I'm going to do is play h5, bishop h5. I've taken c4, bishop c4, I have a6, castles e6. Yeah. What am I doing? I could take on d4, cd4, cd4, because the knight can't take on d4. What am I doing? cd4, cd4, e6, right? Oh, then I give them a tempo to just develop their bishop. Okay, I've already spent a huge chunk of my time. So it says queen's pawn opening cross variation. So what is black response? If they play g5, g4, almost immediately I'm playing queen h6, and after knight h4, knight h4, e6, knight takes g6, probably I play fg6, or I play hg6. Okay, I think I'll play hg6 in that position. If queen b3 now, I don't know what to do against queen b3. Queen b3, I just take on f3. And if queen takes b7, I don't think I'm worried. I just come back. Yeah, I'll just play rook b8. And the queen has to find somewhere to go. Yeah. So I don't think queen b3 is a very good move. No, it's not. Yeah. So I mean g4 is a move. e3 now. After d3, knight takes e3. I don't think e3 works here. Maybe they play bishop. So they play bishop e2 with the sole idea of forcing me to take. So I can play e3, e3. If the knight move, I take, queen takes. If take, this queen takes. So yeah, I want to play e6. think queen b3 now works now, because if queen b3, queen c7, d c d5, if e d5, knight takes d5, knight takes d5, there's queen takes d5. So if queen b3, I think I take on yeah, if queen b3, I think I take on f3, bishop takes f3, then I take on yeah, maybe I just take dc4, it takes b7, no, dc4, cd4, ed4, knight takes d4, and yeah, maybe I have to follow up with a6 next. Maybe. Yeah, I probably have to follow up with a6 next, or even bishop e7 now, because there's no target on h2. If castles now, castles bishop e7. I think queen b3, I still want to take on f3. Yeah, queen b3 just look extremely dangerous. With the knight able to come to b5. Yeah, that just looks extremely dangerous. Then queen b3, I take on f3. If queen takes b7, bishop takes b7. And I play cd5. No, cd4, ed4, knight takes d4. The bishop has to move. If bishop move, then I have queen c7 eventually. Or even queen b6. Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't look like black is extremely worse. It doesn't look like that. I think there's just still a lot of chances in this game. If I decides to go wrong. So bishop d2, probably queen c2, they want a castle there. So takes, take, bishop takes, I take back. So there's the idea of takes, knight takes, queen takes, knight takes, pawn takes. And after queen b6, you're looking for the first person to crack. So so what is my move here? If bishop e7, dc5, bishop takes c5, so that's a waste of tempo. Bishop takes c5, 97, no, 95, bishop takes d2, queen takes d2. And I'll have to find a way to move my knight. I want to complete my development by castling. So if bishop e7, they want to castle, then I take on d4, and after e4, okay, so if cd4, there's knight takes d4, which I'm extremely worried about. If knight takes d4, this bishop takes. So what I'm gonna do is cd4, knight takes d4, bishop takes. If queen takes, I take on d4, and after e4, Yeah, let me just play bishop e7. I don't have to overthink it. I don't have to. I don't have to overthink it. I don't have to overthink it. No, I don't have to. I don't have to. Oh, if this c4, bishop takes d4, c4, cd4 now. Now there's no. Oh, that I should have done. Yeah, I have to take now. Yeah. Why can't I calculate that? Really? So if cd4, bishop takes d4. Yeah, really? So if cd4 now. Okay, so they are able to do that, right? So here they want to take, then I take back. So bishop g4. Probably castle next now. I mean, I've been able to successfully create a weakness on the king side, so yeah, best chance is just to castle king side. I mean, I have bishop e4 as well. Nice. Yeah, I have castling now. Sorry for keeping silent. Yeah, I have knight e4 as well. Threatening to take twice. Oops. If bishop b7, then I just play rook c8, b3, b3, knight a4. Yeah, I mean, knight a5 is not possible. Yeah, I'm sorry for keeping silent again. So, I mean, knight h5 is a very good try. So they have decided to take. If I take, bishop here check, king f8. So I'm going to castle. If I take castles I have here. I mean, I can just win the pawn, honestly. Pawn, knight takes, queen takes, bishop b5 check, knight d7, bishop takes d7, queen takes d7. So this is just an extra pawn. So let's say knight takes d4. There's an immediate check with this. Even that is not possible, so I'll take. I mean, I always have 97 blocking the check, so yeah, I mean, I'm going to castle and I'm just up a pawn. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So take, rook takes. So I have this check now. Check, queen blocks, I take on here. Check. I mean, this check immediately wins a rook. Yeah, I can pick up the rook and come back with my queen immediately. Yeah. 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 I have to make sure I'm able to centralize my queen. So the possible move are bishop here, then I pick up the rook. If queen here, I pick up the rook still. If king here, check, king here. I think that even that is worse. King here, I change the queen, rook takes. Then I have yeah, so they finally resign because they'll be losing their rook at the end of the line. So queen e2 was what I was calculating. Queen takes h1. So let me just do a quick game review to just show out. And I'm finally happy that I have a very audible microphone when I was able to make all this move. So I play like a 1400. There's a couple mistakes, no blunder, thank God. So I played d5 and c5 was a move. So c5 was a move. They play c4 and immediately I have cd4. If queen takes, I have knight c6. And if knight takes, I have e5 immediately, knight f3, knight c6, here, queen takes, and this is a much better position for back, but at my level, maybe not completely winnable. So I played c4, and bishop g4 was a mistake because of, and here I know that take, knight takes d5, dc5, yes, this was why. And queen b3, bishop takes, gf3, which I thought I would queen d7, and I'm down a pawn, and I'm good. I would need to work extremely hard to get it back. So that was why bishop g4 was a mistake. So they play knight c3, and for the second time in a row, cd4, ed4, and I don't want to allow this. But at the end of the day, I have knight c6, bishop g5, I have queen a5, pinning that knight, bishop d2, bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, I guess. Oh, so they have to play gf3, queen takes f3, I have this, queen d1, and I have this bishop takes, then I had e5, and I'm up a pawn. No, I have e6. I'm up a pawn, and then we'll have to like prove their compensation after castles, bishop, queen c7, or queen d8, or even a6 here, just threatening to play this at the end. So that was a mistake, and knight c6 here was a mistake. I had another option to redeem myself by cd4 again. I don't know why I kept the tension. So here already, bishop takes f3 was the best move. It was a mistake after cd5, and immediately I saw this, queen takes d8, rook takes, bishop takes c4, down a pawn again, e6, bishop b5, ruining my pawn structure. I take, bishop c5, winning back the pawn, but this is just how I have the 2-point line length, and I have to prove. I mean, they have a pawn island as well, but I just think that with their knights with immediate threat harassing my bishop, it looks dicey. So here I play bh5, bishop e2, and here a6 immediately was correct. I could take cd4 next, cd4 here I thought, and after a6, c5, and I'm going to struggle as much as I can in this position. So I played e6, they played bishop d2, and this is my other chance to take. I didn't do it as well. I said I was going to do it. They had a chance to take it, they didn't, and finally I took, which was a mistake. I mean, cd4 was best. Knight takes d4. This is what I was calculating. Bishop e2, it takes c2. Even knight takes d here was still just completely fine because I have cd4, queen takes c4, and rook c8, queen b5 check. Here takes already. Down a pawn, but my pawn structure is much better compared to theirs. It is an isolated pawn, and they are going to prove how that's not immediately losing. After 94, blockading the pawn, and I play probably bishop f6 next. Excuse me. So they have to prove why that is not losing. So I took with the wrong pawn, and here was a mistake. That's what I saw. They could have what did I calculated? So knight c5 immediately was good. So knight c5 this. After this I saw that they could force me to do this, and after take, now can they? Now after take, now queen d5, rook c1, rook d8, bishop c4, queen takes c5, queen takes c5, bishop e2, then I have to move back to d5. I mean, it says 0-0 for white for both game, but it looks extremely dicey. So, and here already I was a pawn up, and I just felt like they don't have a compensation. Rook c1 was good, e4 was the best try I decided to take. Even h5 here was a complete massacre. So what was I was contemplating on castles where there's just bishop e3 protecting this pawn, so I'm glad I took. So I took it, and I thought they could do this, and I figured out that I could take, so that's why I thought that I wasn't winning. So they give a check. King f8 was absolutely the best move in this position. King f8, I mean, I was very skeptical on how to just develop. Knight c3, h5, and it says I'm winning. So knight d7 was a mistake, and here was already a blunder because of queen e4, which I'm very glad that I saw. So all they have to do is castle. All they have to do is castle in this position. Castle could blooded. Bishop e3, and queen takes, rook fd1, and I have knight f6 because the knight will always have to come back as well. And I'm up a pawn. White would have to prove why being up a pawn is not winning in this position. Good luck to them on that. Bishop c3 was a blunder. I'm glad for finding queen e4 check, which I figured out. So this was how I was calculating after queen e4. Queen here, I'll check here. By the end of the day, I saw that I have bishop g5 check, and they will have to prove why I won't be winning a queen in this position. Takes take. I will take, and that's going to be all she wrote, because they are up a bishop for my queen, while I have 2 extra pawns, so that is clearly winning. I have a rook. Excuse me, I have a rook, and that was what I saw briefly. So that's why queen e2 doesn't work. And if king f1, I saw that I could try this check now. This queen e4, okay, king e4 check, king f1, and rook d8. This I saw, and I can just castle. And if they take now, I take, still winning. Bishop takes d7, queen h1, king e2. First only move, I have queen takes h3, and this bishop can't move because it's pinned. Knight c3, queen d4 check, straight up winning. King f1, queen h3, king g1. This is just a complete massacre. This is just a complete massacre, and that was why king f1 doesn't work out. So I briefly calculated king f1 why it doesn't work, and another move that puzzled me a bit was king e4. Another move that puzzled me a bit was, and here they can still just castle. No, here the bishop e2 doesn't work because of the take, because in all line h1 is hanging. So that's just what I had to do. So at some point I just decided that they could do this, but the attack is just too much. If king f1, it's going to be queen e4, queen e2, eventually take here. I'm going to take castles. If they take, bishop d3 check, king g1, rook f d8, bishops. And here now they can't save it because I'm going to be taking, so they have to take on e6, and after f6 I'm up a rook, and that should be completely winning as well. My bishop is good, that king not save. The light square around their king is weak, and this knight is dominated. There's no way for the knight to get back in the game. a5, b6, bishop e1, knight c3. I'm going to now, so what this has done is just to create a space for the knight, and after b4 find a way to try the minor pieces. I'll be up a rook, that should be winning. So bishop c3 was the final blunder, and I was able to grab it with queen e4. Yeah, like I was just able, they presented me the opportunity, and I was able to grab it at the right time. So so this is game 54, I assume. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.